The squish tender leads them out on the ice. We get ready for action. Good afternoon, Penguin fans, and welcome to UPMC Lemieux Sports Complex. Cranberry Township, Pennsylvania, for today's game between the U10 Penns Elite and your team Nooch. Who's the line for your 2011 Penns Elite?
Number 1, Squishy Evans, St. Killian's Parish School.
Number 12, Maddox Pegley, Todd Wayne Elementary. Number 14, Grayson Baru, and I go to Elwood City School District.
Number 21, Ty Avoya, Fort Charlie Elementary. My number's 24. My name is Andrew Hazecook, and I go to Mars Elementary. 28, Hunter Stillwagon, West Mifflin School District.
Number 34, Austin Tunick, Hayden Elementary. 47, Isaac Helsel, Knox School.
Number 58, Boyden Yolitz from McCormick Elementary.
Number 61, Ryan Moore, Hayden Elementary.
Number 63, Brody Straub, Avalon Elementary.
I'm number 83, Lucas Zachi, and I go to Mars Area School District.
Number 89, Philip Palladino, J.H. Brooks Elementary.
97, Nathan Goldberg, Penn Trafford.
I've been talking to you and the mic wasn't even on, folks. Welcome to UPMC Lemieux Sports Complex for today's game between Team Nooch and the U10s. A little Penguin on Penguin action. The starting lineup for today. You heard the starting lineup for your Penguins. Or the roster announcement anyway. Starting lineup in net, Squish Tender. On defense, Pegley and Zachi. Baru, the center, with the wings, Straub and Avolia. Zachi carries it in front of his own net. Avoids a forecheck. Finds Avolia out at center as the Pens clear their zone. Sent back towards the Pens blue line. Zachi pressures it there. He'll gain possession. That starting lineup brought to you by the Training Table Restaurant here at the beautiful Lemieux Sports Complex. Worked into the right corner. Zachi in after it. The Penguins defenseman activating early. Baru covering for him. Chipped out of the Penguins zone by the U10s. Brought back in by Pegley. skate to stick move, left corner. Defended off and supported nicely. Great puck support from the U10s there. 3-on-1 in the corner. Puck came free to Kumnik. He's battle there at center. And it'll be Lore taking it over. Blazing into the offensive zone. Carries it round one. Puck dislodged by the second defender. Kumnik back in after that shot from the outside. Gets through to Riley Allison, the Penguin U10 goaltender. And an offside play. We'll go through the roster here for the U10s. Number 12. I'm gonna mess that last name up. Kylie Makusenka. I like it. Sophie Ermstring, 13. Number 16, Kaylin Holt. 24, Megan Daniels. 25, Stella Sweezum. 51, Sydney Vilsek. Number 58, Mia Grasser. Thunder. 59, the goaltender, Riley Allison. 68, Isabel Downdy. 51, Malaya Cofferty. 75, Catherine Monco. 76, another Mia. Here comes Hasikoff in on a breakaway. His shot fended off by Allison. And the rebound poked home by none other than 6'89", Philip Palladino. For your Penguins. Hasikoff on the rush. The Pens get to the rebound. Palladino from Hasikoff. 77 for the U12s. Addison Stevens. 81, Addison Marshall. 82, Kendall Betzler. And 88, Layla Pagnato. Cleared around by the U12s. Kept at the point by Pegley. His snapshot blocked by Sweezum. Played deeper by the Penguins. Cut off by Goldberg. Gathered back in by the U10s. Sweezum turned back over to Straube. He sends one in on net. Fought off by Allison. In after it in the corner is Goldberg. Knocked off his stick to that of Vilsek. Now it'll be Sweezum gathering it in at their blue line. Kept in by the hard-fighting Pegley. Played back to the defense, Monco. And the Pens will be in offside. .9:53 to play. Your Pens lead 1-love. Team Nooch over the U12s. The U12s in gold today, or U10s. We call them 12s. The U10s in gold with the Black Penguin logo on the chest. Black pants and gold stripes, gold socks, black stripe, gold helmets. And your Team Nooch in their blacks. Black jerseys, black pants, black socks with all the gold trimmings and the iconic gold Pens Elite helmets. Goldberg dangles into the offensive zone. Challenges the defender one-on-one. Has a 3-on-1 here. Carries it in behind the net. Is able to find Baru. Baru looks to the middle for Straub. Back to the point it goes to Zachi. His shot blocked out front. And it's carried out of trouble by Holt. Holt up through center for the U10s. Into the offensive zone. Defended off nicely by the Pens. And it comes to Goldberg. His clearing attempt is blocked by Downey. Or Dowdney, I think. Centering pass comes through off the stick of Clougherty. And Baru will skate it to center with speed. Splits the defense. Carries into the offensive zone. Glove inside, and it's stopped and held. Baru, blazing speed, able to split the D there. Lemieux-esque. There's a statue of that. Kumnik on the draw. Over to Palladino. His pass intercepted. And up ice comes Banasak. Centering pass for Sweezum, cut off by Ulowitz, carried out the center by Palladino. It's taken from Palladino by Avolia. Avolia in the right corner, half wall. Palladino now, centering pass for Kumnik, finds body position, sends it a backhander, skipping just wide of the crease. Palladino will chase it down on the opposite side. get some support, but U10's able to clear it out to center. Ulowitz with the puck. Pens get on sides. Oh, they're going to say off. That's a tough call. Be able to pick this up on replay. I feel like they were clear of the zone. Makusenka on the draw against Kumnik. Kumnik wins it. They were onside. Back to the point man, Stillwagon. Stillwagon off the boards, indirect pass to Kumnik. Kumnik drives the offensive zone. He's got Avolia. Drives to the outside, backhand. Centers one for Avolia, and it comes the whole way through the crease. Avolia and Palladino both in front, unable to get a stick on it. Back pressure coming from Kumnik. Cut off by Stillwagon. Sent right back to the U10 line. Stillwagon will battle at center. Able to advance it. Where Monko is able to clear it up for the 10s. Off the boards by Ulowitz. Gathered in by Masusenka. Her pass intercepted by Hasenkope. Hasenkope drives in. Left side, dumps it into the corner. Avolia drifting over to pressure the puck. That puck pressure, we had the lesson yesterday if you were following along, forces turnovers. Sent back into the left corner. Avolia coasting after it again, able to get there. Banks it off the boards, past the stick of Hasenkope, and out the center come the U10s. Around Pegley, but he'll gather his wits for a moment. But in come the 10s, in on sides, looking to center to the middle. Had Sweezy. But the Pens defending nicely into the right corner. Able to chip it up for Hasenkope, and Hasenkope will fly up ice. Has Palladino, back check from Sweezy. She'll break the play up, working the puck to Banasak. Clougherty comes away with it and finds Stevens. Stevens into the offensive zone, right to Zachi. Zachi off of his own teammate and squished with a poke check, able to keep it away from the cage. Back to the point, unable to keep it. The U10s. Clougherty will come through though, and we'll have a body checking call. Makusenka goes to the sin bin. And your Pens will head to the Seven Fields Wealth Management power play. A body checking call. Grayson Baru on the draw, wins it forward. Weaves through one, maybe two. Now a third. Blocker side shot fought off by Allison. Gathered in by the 10s. Cleared up to the blue line, not out, kept by Stillwagon. Stillwagon shot to the middle block. He'll try a second time. Blocked a second time. Vanasak pressured by Baru, both go down. Puck comes free to Sweezy. She'll clear the zone where Lore will pick it up. He'll go high off the boards. Indirect pass looking for Straub. Sent back to Lore. And Lore will play catch with the U10s. Able to finally pop it through. Goldberg gives chase there. Holt goes D to Sweezy. Sweezy will break up the right-hand side. Back pressure from Baru. Now Goldberg. Sweezy still with the puck, centers one. Straube will pick it up, and he'll carry it out to center. Blazing through center ice, carrying to the right, cuts back to the middle. Pass doesn't connect. Back to the blue line for Lore. Lore in a battle. Puck back into the U10 end, cleared up by Daniels, cut off by Ulowitz. Back comes Goldberg. He's got Kumnik and Ulowitz with him. Goldberg challenges three players, one from behind, two from in front. It's knocked off of his stick. On the PK, back come the U12s, and they'll have a breakaway. The Pens giving up a break, short-handed break here. The shot up high over the cage. 25 seconds left on the power play. It'll be Goldberg. Pens need to move the puck better here. Goldberg into the offensive zone. Again, knocked off of his stick. Comes free to Kumnik. Oh, I'm sorry, Ulowitz. Ulowitz will fire one. Held out by Allison. There's a centering pass that we want to see. Goldberg to Kumnik, down to Palladino, back to Kumnik, and that shot stopped by Allison. A dandy of a stop there, back come the 10s. Up through center, fought off by Kumnik, player out of the box. Penguin power play is over. 5-on-5 action here. Puck at center. Battles back and forth. Palladino gets there for the Pens. Carried on by Ulowitz. Ulowitz active today early. Puck taken from him by Pagnato. Turning with it, Baru at center. He's cut off one way, so he'll try the other. A nice reversal pass there to Hasenkope. His forward pass to Ulowitz bounces over his stick, but Hasenkope will follow on and put it in that right corner. Pens need pressure here. It'll be Straub. Straub's pressure forces that turnover. Zachy unable to keep it at the blue line, though. And Baru will regroup in his own end. 1-0 Team Nooch. Work to the outside to Zachy. Zachy poke check nicely by Clougherty. Puck sent back into the Pens' end. Baru gets to it. He wraps it around for Zachy. Pens unable to clear. Vilsack sends one wide to the squish tender. Lohr, now Straub. Hasenkope will get it in the Pens' corner. He'll gather it and flip it for Straub. Straub around to Lohr. All the way through to the point. Shot from the point. Stopped, held, and all the rebounds. And would you make a call? Squish takes 2 slashes. Had the puck covered and 2 people came in and whacked at it. An official's got to learn to protect the goalie there. Gonna break a hand. A nice stop on the deflection from the point by the squish tender. Face off won by Kumnik. Flipped up for Lohr. Lohr with speed. Looks for Palladino. It hops over his stick, but he'll chase it down in the corner. No icing. Back to get it. Palladino centers one. Comes free. Kumnik unable to pop it in. And skating up through center is Dowdney. Kumnik ends up with it. Looks for Palladino. Unable to get it through. Turn and fire one high glove side and over the top corner of the cage. Palladino tracks it back down. A beautiful feed in front to Kumnik. Puck movement creating these chances here for the Pens. Now it's Goldberg's turn. He'll fire glove side. That's kept out by Allison as well. She's having a dandy of a game in net. Pops free. It'll be Goldberg kicking it straight the stick in behind the net. Gathers it in the corner. Wraps it for Palladino. He flips it towards the middle. Bouncing puck cut off by Sweezy. Now Goldberg trying for Kumnik. Pens moving the puck quite well here. Finally, it's cleared and carried to center by Stevens. She'll be cut off by Lohr, and he'll have a path. In, cutting, outside, firing, stick side, and off the handle. Another beautiful tracking save by Allison. Pens are going to have to bring their A game to beat this goaltender today. Puck cleared to the blue line, not out, kept in by Zachy. Zachy sends one into the right corner. Chased down there by Baru. The U10s get there first and clear it up off Lohr and out the center. Straub coming off the bench, but it will be a breakaway. In, stop, squish, rebound. Stillwagon unable to pick it up. And the U10s will bury it in behind the squish. Squish got the first of the breakaway, but the rebound not cleared. And popped in the net to tie it at 1. Pens get caught in a bit of a change there. 2 players changing and then get off the bench very quickly. 1:04 in the period. Face-off won by Baru. Over for Ulowitz. Ulowitz banks it off the boards. Cleared up, and now in come the U10s again. Weaving, firing a backhander high over the net. Gathered in by Ulowitz and skated up ice. Ulowitz to Avolia in the middle. Knocked off his stick in on Allison. Ulowitz will get there. Avolia heads behind the net looking to support. Now Straub. Straub will pop it. Trying to go for the corner. It gets out the center. Stillwagon will get control and gain the zone on sides. Delaying just enough. Driving to the right. Trying to carry around, but the stick of Clougherty in the way. Ulowitz gets there. Fires one to the middle. That's popped up. It's loose in front and gathered in by Allison. It'll be Kumnik on the face-off, looking for Hasenkope. Finds him now. It's back to the point. Ulowitz. Good stick on puck by Vilasek. Penn's able to play it in behind to Kumnik. He'll battle in behind the net. That horse. It'll be Goldberg, Hasenkope, and Palladino with Pegley and Zachy the defense. Zachy under pressure, able to get it off the boards to Goldberg. Goldberg up the right side, cuts into the middle. He'll fire a howitzer. Stopped and held by Allison. Face off to the left of Allison. Off one by the Pens. Back to Zachy. Zachy will fire one. Hasenkope in front. What is the call here? They're going to call a high stick on Team Nooch, and the faceoff will come the whole way back to the right of Squish. So we'll reverse sides here. Pens win the draw. Hasenkope, now Goldberg battles for it, but he pops free to the U10. Strawed in on Squish. He stops and holds it. A 5-hole shot. Stopped and held by the Squish tender. Face off won by the Tens this time. Sent in behind the Pens net. Gathered in by Pegley. Pegley wraps it around for Hasenkope. He'll get there. Chips it off the boards out to center. Giving chase Palladino. Palladino's pressure forces the turnover to Hasenkope. He spins it up into the offensive zone, and it'll be a high stick again, this time on the U10s. So the face-off will come to the right of Allison. Pens will get a line change, both groups. Love Baru, Straub, and Avolia is still wagging in Lore. Baru on the draw. Wins it cleanly to Lore, but it just past his stick and chasing it down. Flying up ice is Pagnato. Stopped at the Pens blue line. Lore will try to clear now. He's hooked. No call. Straub to the puck. Straub will battle on the wall. They whack away at it. It'll be Straub and Baru, ultimately won by the Tens. Baru falling to the ice as he tries to clear the zone. He's unable to do so. It comes back to Straub. Straub stops, starts, and he's able to not quite clear the zone. It'll be Avolia doing that for the U10 or for the Team Nooch. Lore now with the puck. He'll gain the center red and try to dump it in. It's cut off. And trucked at center is Avolia. Straub will get there, but carried out of it by Clarity up the right. Lure with the pressure. Able to dislodge the puck, but falls down. Stillwagon gets to it and clears. Baru gives chase. Stillwagon will get there. He'll play it up the wall. Gathered by Lure. Lure shoots it out the center. Pressure from Baru. He'll pop it forward and gather it in. Skating up the right side, peeling up on the half wall. Gets in a battle. Bodied from behind. Brought down on the play. Puck pops free. It's the 10s. Coming out. Driving to the right, Pagnato. Around the Pens defense. Firing a backhander. Fought off by Squitch. Rebound there. He'll get the second one as well. Centering pass. Sent to the outside. Pens under siege here in front of their net. It's Straub and Lure behind the cage, battling. Ultimately, Holt comes out with it. Holt now with Kumnick in a battle. Hasenkope steps in to help. Team Nooch with some support here. Now 4 of them in. Ultimately, the turn towards the Penguins' net. Fought off behind the cage. Cleared up and brought on by Straub. He'll clear the zone as he shoots it all the way down the ice. Not far enough for icing. Didn't have enough on that one. Clearing attempt cut off by Hasenkope. Pens get a change. Hasenkope drives the middle, sends one towards Straub. Falls down on the play. Tries to do it again. Second centering attempt. Third centering attempt. None get through. Kumnick finally gets it and is able to wrap it around into the right corner. Bouncing it off the boards. Coming away with it. Kumnick. His toe drag broken up by the 10s and brought back out. Ulowitz will keep it at the blue line though. Pops it in the corner for Hasenkope. He stops, turns. It'll come free to Pegley, who'll put it right back in. 9:18 to play. 1-1 tie. It comes free to Goldberg, fresh off the bench. Now Palladino sends it to the middle. That's cut off as well. Lifted out towards center and off the skate of Pegley. Ulowitz will chase it down in their own end. Chipping it off the boards. That's cut off by the 10s. Worked into the corner for Goldberg. He'll wrap it all the way around. Nobody there but U10s. Palladino will pressure. That pressure, again, forces it free to Goldberg. He's got Avoli and finds him. Avoli in all alone, but he'll be chased down from behind. Beautiful back checking there by the U10 team. Pegley able to keep it in, trying to keep the pressure on here in period 2. Wrapped around, not out. Pegley will get there again. Pegley fires a snapshot, cut off, and sent back out to Ulowitz. He'll regroup, drives the right-hand side. Avoli skates right in front of him. Pens stay on sides. Goldberg will get there. Pegley keeps it. Now Ulowitz. Pegley again keeps it at the blue line. But it's cleared by the 10s and all the way down. First one getting there. U10. Palladino and giving chase. Able to force it wide into the corner. Nice back check by Palladino. He plays it up for Goldberg. Back to Palladino. To the point. Stevens will gather it for the 10s. Firing one off the backside of Goldberg. Goldberg clears it up. Avolia breaking up ice a second time. Trying to get free. This one, Palladino will shoot into the right corner. Avolia gives chase. Sweezy stops and starts behind her own net. Carries it out and regroups. Looking in behind. It'll be played to center for Zachi. Zachi goes cross ice to Hasenkope. He'll reverse it again, looking for Baru. Straube cuts in front of that one, plays it up to the line, but unable to get it in. Now it'll be Lure. Lure will carry it in this time. He's around one with speed, carrying to the outside, shooting blocker side. Kept just wide of the kid, just a bit outside. Baru dumps it in. Stevens tries to bring it out, pressured from Straub. Baru will keep it. Now Zachi unable to keep it at the blue line. And back come the U10s. A centering pass cut off by the back. All 5 Penguins back checking there. That's what you like to see. Flipped into the corner. Baru will gather it there. He'll send it right back up towards the blue line. Kept by Clougherty. Pressure from Straub. Straub's got Zachi, but can't get it to him and turn back the other way. and the U10s will be offsides. We'll get some changes here, including in goal. The squish tender comes out. A good period and a half for him, giving way to Isaac Housel. Kumnik to take the draw. Avoli and Palladino with him. Stillwagon and Ulowitz the defense. Face off won by the U10s. Now Avolia pops it forward looking for Palladino. Unable to get free. Back for Stillwagon. Off the boards again. Now Palladino tries to shovel it the whole way in. It's cut off. And Avolia in offsides as Kumnik gains the zone. Blue line sneaking up on Avolia there. Kumnik to take the draw. U10s complete their line change. Carried out. Bounced off the boards. Gathered by Palladino. Sent into the right side of the zone. Cycling back. Puck comes free to Ulowitz. Ulowitz to Kumnik. Kumnik. Back for Stillwagon. Stillwagon will send it all the way up and in. Off the glove of a U10. Pressure coming from Avolia. Sent all the way back out and clear the zone by the U10s. Ulowitz will get there. He'll bank it off the boards and find Kumnik. Avolia in onside as Kumnik drives the left side. Two Pens go to the net. Puck goes to the corner. Kumnik will give chase. Cleared up off the boards, kept by Stillwagon. He'll center one, pops the whole way through a couple. Cleared up off the boards, gathered in on the other side. Banaszak off the skate of Kumnik and carried out the center. Now it'll be Avolia. He finds trouble in the center of the ice. Knocked off of his stick, gathered in by the U10s. Kumnik will pressure. Knocked away from him. Ulowitz will gather it in. Carries up the left. Pens in on sides. Palladino breaks free and sends one wide of the cage. Pens with a glorious scoring chance there. Now it comes free to Goldberg. His shot from far out misses the net. Ulowitz gets there, tries for the corner. He'll find it. Pens will give chase. Ulowitz and now Palladino. Pegley will get there as the U10s wrap it around. He banks it off the wall, keeping it in the zone. Ulowitz comes away with it. He's got Hasenkope. He finds him, but it bounces off Hasenkope's stick, and out come the 10s. Laid up but not out, kept by Goldberg. He slashes through the middle. Carries around two. Knocked off his stick by the second. Comes free to Zachi. Hit shot through a screen. Skips just wide. Hasenkope gets there. He finds Goldberg, who finds the chest of Allison. Great puck movement there. What a feed by Hasenkope from behind the net. Zachi's shot through a screen. Got the whole way through. Just missed. Picked up by Hasenkope. His pass for Goldberg right there. Some great puck movement there and a glorious scoring chance for the Pens. Goldberg on the draw. One to Hasenkope. Hasenkope back to Pegley. Pegley winds up with the half snapshot. Blocked again. Zachi gathers it in. He'll bank it off the boards looking for Straub. Goes through the 10. Straub will give chase. Goldberg bounces over his stick. Comes free to Straub though. His shot sent just wide all the way through the crease. Hasenkope will chase it down in the other corner. Plays it back looking at the point man. Cut off by Goldberg. Goldberg to Zachi. Zachi will fire one off a player in front. Gathered again by Hasenkope. Hasenkope back to Goldberg a second time. This time Goldberg under pressure. Same result. Ends up to Zachi. Zachi stops, pulls to the middle. He'll fire again. Deflected by Hasenkope, but stopped by Allison. Hasenkope will battle in. Cleared up, not out. Zachi will put it in a corner this time. Straub in after it. He forces it towards the middle of the net. Carried behind by the U10s. Banked up off the boards, just past the stick of Pegley. Pens will regroup, but Hasenkope will get in on sides. Turning it back to the middle. And Zachi will get there to clear it away. Straub with the puck. Overskates it a bit, works it to Pegley. Pegley in on sides, looking. Curling to the middle. Hasenkope now. Pegley in his feet. Battled there. Back come the U10s. Goldberg on a back check, able to disrupt the play, but skating into it, Clarity. She'll cut to the middle, defended well by Zachi. And he has the puck in the corner. Looking up ice, trying to find Avoli again on the stretch pass. He likes to escape the zone there and put the pressure on the defense. This time the defense equal to the task. Comes free to Zachi again. Now it's Penguins 3-on-1. Avolia, Goldberg, and Palladino. Goldberg goes to the box, or goes to the bench. Avolia tries to spin a backhander around. Pops free to Pegley, who sends it in behind. His pass for Avolia centered to Palladino. Comes all the way to Pegley. And the U10s will try to reverse. But right to Baru. It skips over his stick to Palladino. Palladino in behind to Baru. Baru spins it back out the middle looking for a volley. It's off the side of the cage. Back into the corner. Baru will do battle there. Stevens bumps him. Plays it to the point. Lohr there. Lohr gets possession, but it's knocked off of his stick. And back comes Clarity with speed. Battled from behind, and Lohr with a takedown. Sent in wide of the cage and gathered by Baru. We'll have a trip on Lohr from behind. And the Pens will head to the penalty kill with 1:25 to play in the period. Helsel, Penguin goaltender. Faceoff will come to his left. Pens with only 3 players. Baru skates off, but Ulowitz out. So it looks like Hasenkope, Kumnik, Ulowitz, and Stillwagon, the 4 penalty killers. Face off one towards the Pens' net, cut off by Ulowitz. Ulowitz spins it around for Stillwagon. He's in a battle in the right corner with Sweezy. Puck comes free, it'll be Kumnik. Kumnik with speed, up the left, cuts to the middle. Crisscrosses with his own teammate, carries to the right side. Cuts back towards the middle. Cut off behind the net. Gathered in by the U10s, but Kumnik gets right back on the pressure. Hasenkope falls down on the wall, and the puck pops free. It'll be a 2-on-1 for the U10s. Stillwagon back to defend. Ulowitz on the back check. Able to get there and break the play up. Nice back check by Ulowitz. Penguins had a forward fall down in the zone on a penalty kill, and that led to a 2-on-1 there. It'll be Hasenkope carrying it in. Stillwagon joining the rush shorthanded. Kumnik in front of the net. Hasenkope dumped on the play. Kumnik will pressure in behind. Brought back on by the 10s. Skate to stick action. Shot in just wide of Helsel. As they get some pressure here on the power play. 50 seconds left on the penalty. Puck knocked out of the air by Kumnik. Stillwagon will get there. He sends it all the way down. It might be in on net. No, it won't. It'll be icing. 1.6 seconds to play in the period. 37 left on the minor to Lohr. Face-off comes to the left of Helsel. It'll be Kumnik and Daniels. Face-off sent towards the Pens net, gathered by Ulowitz, and that horn will end the second period of play. Second intermission here from the UPMC Lemieux Sports Complex. We'll switch ends for the last time. We'll put 13 minutes on the clock. The Pens have 35 seconds left to kill on the Lower Minor for tripping. Baru, Goldberg, Pegley, and Zachi, the 4 penalty killers as the U10s work it into the Penguin zone. Pegley comes out with the puck, gains center red, spins around backwards, tosses one towards Goldberg. He'll spin off the wall and get it into the right corner, winding what could be the rest of the penalty time off. 13 seconds left on the PK. Baru with some puck pressure. That forces again, pressure to turnover, guys. It's a simple equation. Banaszak tried to pop free for the 10s, but the Pens sent it right back in. Penalty over. You're not watching any of this because I had slideshows up. Goldberg gathers it in, works it to the point to Pegley. Pegley flips it back to Goldberg. Goldberg cross ice to Zachi, finds him, steps into one off the Big Pen, strikes one. Goldberg with the shot bouncing through the crease. Hasenkope dumped in front. Baru. Avolia gets there. Centering pass attempt cut off there by Banaszak, I believe, 71. No, that's Clarity. Finally popped up off the boards and cleared by Banaszak. Out the center, and the Pens send it back in off sides. Face off to come outside of the U10 blue line. Kumnik, Straub, and Hasenkope. Stillwagon and Lohr. Pressure from the 10s gathered by Lohr. He'll break into the zone and runs into Hasenkope, and he come together, and puck pops free. Straub will have a battle on the wall. 3-on-3 battle there. Won by Straub, popped forward towards Hasenkope. But another battle ensues. And it's also Hasenkope coming away with that one. But the U10s get it back to Daniels. Daniels off Dowden, I believe. Dowden. Comes free to Stillwagon. Stillwagon up for Kumnik. Hops over his stick. It'll be Daniels in behind, clearing it around. Straub gets there to cut it off, sends it back into the corner. Kumnik gets there. He stops, turns, falls to his knee, gets back up, able to maintain possession and carry him behind. Pops free to the corner. He'll pop it to the defenseman, Stillwagon. His shot deflected once and skips just wide of the cage. Straub in after it. Daniels around him, able to work it up and all the way down the ice. It will be icing if it's far enough. And it is. Face off to come back to the left of Allison. 10-24 of a tie, 1-1 game. Banaszak to take the draw against Baru. Who's got a Voli and Palladino with Ulowitz and Pegley. Baru wins the draw to Palladino. He sends it back to the middle. Now into the right corner. Avolia, nice pressure, forces the turnover to Ulowitz. Ulowitz back to Avolia in the corner. He's bodied off the puck, and out come the girls. Around behind, carrying with speed, Banaszak. It's the Vilsic. Picked off by Ulowitz and up for Palladino. Two Penguins run into each other, and Baru ends up on the ice. Baru and Avolia got together, and then I think Baru got tied up with one of the U10s. 9:51 to play, period 3. Face off outside of the 10's blue line. Baru, won by the U10s, played up by Monko. Baru will get there and find Lohr. Lohr spins into some trouble. It's Holt. Holt gets possession, fires it up into the Pen zone. Zachi will get it there. He uses the boards, tries to clear. He'll try a second time. He gets it past the stick of Baru, but skating into it, Palladino. Firing from a bit outside. Palladino's shot fought off. Baru gets to it. He turns. Can't get one through. Then he takes a whack and now a trip. And one of them they'll call. Lure gathers it in and that'll be a whistle. It'll be a tripping call. Got away with one whack, but not the second. Pens will head to the penalty kill with 9:18 to play. Puck worked into the U10 end. Daniels plays it up, but picked off by Lore. Lore will ship it off the boards. Now it comes back to center. Carrying with some speed. Now Hassenkope. Ends with a little less puck movement here. It's tougher when you're on the PK. I get that. Zachi tries to dump it in. Comes free to Lure. He plays it in the zone, but it's an offside play. Pens will get it change on the back end here. Ulowitz and Stillwagon out. Goldberg on the draw. Won by the 10s. Daniels advances it, throwing it all the way in on Helsel. He'll stop and cover. Faceoff will come to his right. It'll be Pagnato on the draw against Goldberg. Won by Goldberg to Stillwagon. Stillwagon tries to clear the zone. It comes free to Goldberg. He'll skate it with speed. He's got Hassenkope with him. In onside. No, Hassenkope a step offsides. Didn't delay just enough. They had a chance there. Kumnik to take the draw. He wins it. Gets it briefly into the U10 end. Now it's gathered by Ulowitz. He'll try. Challenges the defense. 3 U10s back. A centering pass comes across. Nice stop by Allison. Might have been a shot either way. She gets a piece of it. Had a volley on the back door. Into the zone come the U10s. Kumnik back to defend. Holt fires one. Gloved by Helsel. Pops out of his glove and a rebound fanned on. That was a dangerous play there. Kept in by the U10s. Now gathered by Stillwagon. 8 minutes to play. 1-1 tie. Pens with 40 seconds left to kill on a penalty. Spins it to the middle. Avolia gets there. Knocked off his stick and back come the U10s. I think it's Dowden. Nope, now it's Stevens winding in. Firing one, and there is Sydney Vilsack picking up the rebound in front and giving the U10s a 2-1 lead at the very end of a penalty on the Pens. Face off, won by Baru, carried in by Hassenkope. Pens are going to try to get this one back. Hassenkope fires one high over the cage. Rebound pops free in front. Waving at it, Straub and Baru. It gets free by Straub. Pegley winds up. His snapshot doesn't get through. Zachi keeps it at the blue line. Cleared up but not out. Zachi will keep it again. He's got Baru on the opposite side. Not able to get it through. Pegley will send it all the way around in behind. Hassenkope gets there. He falls. Stays in the battle. Be careful not to trip there. Gathered and cleared up by Clougherty. Stepped into by Baru. Now Straub. Straub on the wall. Cleared all the way down past Pegley. Pens will regroup in their own end. Pegley picks it up behind. Looks to clear it. Dangerously hops over the stick of Monco, but it is turned back by the U10s. Straub will try this time. Now Pegley Third time's a charm there. U10's put it back in. It'll be Straub. Straub throws it the whole way down. It's icing if it's far enough. It is not. As Zachi gives chase from the defense position. Up off the stick of a U10, right to the stick of Kumnik. He'll bank one off the boards. Zachi gets control. Works it into the offensive zone. Stops, starts, pulls it back to the middle. Pops free to Kumnik. He banks it off the boards. He'll chase it down in the corner. Skating with speed, Palladino takes it from him, and it's cleared. Pens had a defenseman retreating, looking to change there. Not sure who that was. It'll come free to Lohr. They'll send it back into the U10 end. They're able to bank it off the boards. Lohr gets there again. He's able to find Kumnik. Kumnik into the left corner. Falls to his knees. He'll give chase, though. Around Kumnik and firing it up ice. Looking for Banasak. It's past her, and it'll be an icing. 26 to play. Your Pens need a little bit of pressure here. Puck pressure and puck movement will get it done. I know you and I both believe they'll do it. It'll be Baru on the draw. He's knocked down on the play. Gathered by Goldberg. Nice support from the wings. He'll play it to the point man, Lohr. Lohr finds Avolia. It's knocked off his stick. And it'll be Lohr again. Turns it to the middle. Finds Avolia. Pops free. Lohr will pick it up. Into the offensive zone. Cleared by the 10s, and they come back. They've got speed and space. Goldberg with a great back check, able to break the play up. He'll gather it and go behind his own net. He pops free, and he's got room to fly. He finds Avolia with a great pass. Knocked off his stick, and the Pens will be offsides. .446 to play. The Pens trail 2-1. Kumnik on the draw. Finally gathered by Pegley. He'll gain the zone. He'll find Kumnik. Kumnik will drive into the offensive zone. Cuts to the forehand. Puck's loose in front. Skips in on Allison. Stopped and covered. Face-off battled for, cleared by the U10s. Play broken up by the Pens, but kept at the blue line by Holt. Holt chips it forward. Pegley will get there, spinning with it. U10 right to the stick of Stevens, and Helsel with a beauty of a blocker stop. Ulowitz gathers it in, and he'll head up ice. He's chased down from behind by Makusenka. Comes free to Kumnik. Kumnik into the corner for Ulowitz. Ulowitz looks to center. Sends one through. Avoids the stick of Hasenkope. Comes to Pegley at the point. His backhander stopped out front. And up ice come the U10's Clarity. Into the left. Cutting to the middle. Loses control, and Hasenkope will get there. He's unable to exit the zone. Pressure from Sweezy. Second time gets through. It's Ulowitz by himself. 4 U10s back as the Pens change behind the play. Hasenkope with pressure. Now Ulowitz in on sides are the 10s to the backhand. Cutting to the middle. Cleared by Ulowitz. Gathered by Monko. 3:10 to play in the period. Pens trail 2-1. Magnato plays it up. Cut off by Ulowitz. Ulowitz again kicking it forward. Gathered by your Pens. Palladino will finally get it into the zone. Whipped around and right back out by the U10s. It'll be Avolia getting to it. He dangles one. He's got Palladino with him. Steps to the middle. Fires one low and outside of the post. Gathered back in by Avolia. works it into the corner to Palladino. He's hammered from behind, and that'll be a penalty. So the Pens will head to the Seven Fields Wealth Management power play. The Turkeys on the table. A body checking call on Banaszak. Put the Pens on the power play. 2:33 to play. 2 minutes of power play time and a chance to tie. Baru on the draw. Wins it towards Palladino. He's pressured immediately. Palladino able to keep it in now. It pops just past the stick of Pegley and in on a 2-on-0 short-handed. Back checking Lohr breaks it up, and the Pens will come the other way. Ryan Lohr with the back check of the day right there. It's Baru with the puck carrying up, and it is Avolia offsides at the blue line. Pens will have a face-off outside of the U10 zone. Kumnik on the draw, wins it to Hatzakob. He's in all alone. He looks, he fires, and Big Ben strikes two. It's off the post. Pens are still on it. It's Hassenkope. He's bodied by Stevens. Comes free to Goldberg. Goldberg will shoot high short side. Delayed penalty coming up here. And the Pens will have a 5-on-3. It'll be a 6-on-3 because they've yanked Housel. So a body checking call here, and it'll be a 6-on-3 with an empty net. Kumnik, Avolia, Goldberg, Hassenkope, Ulowitz, Stillwagon, the 6 for the Pens. Face-off won by the U10s into the corner. Hassenkope gets there first though. Now Kumnik. Kumnik in a battle. 2 U10s and two team neuters. Time ticks as it comes free now. Stillwagon. He'll wind and fire. Comes free in front. Can the Pens get it in on net? It's Kumnik with a shot. He's unable to get it through. Holt will carry it out to center. Pens will dump it back in. Kumnik in after it. He'll get there first. Right corner. Spin out. Send one across the crease. Avolia unable to get to it. Hassenkope now to Goldberg. Goldberg pops free. Under pressure. And it's cleared all the way down. It'll be an icing. 1:05 to play. 33 seconds left on the 5-on-3, which is really a 6-on-3. Pens keep the same 4 up front, but now they have Pegley and Zachi on D. And it'll be a timeout. Exciting action here from the Lemieux Sports Complex. Brought to you by Cinnamon Swirl Productions. Working the camera today is Zach Pegley. And the producer and announcer for today's game, Jeremy Evans. Replay, rebroadcast, and sharing of anything on this broadcast is strictly encouraged. In fact, subscribe below if you haven't done so yet. If you have, call a friend, tell them to subscribe. If you don't have any friends, you do. Because trust me, I'm your friend. But I already subscribed twice. So the face-off will be to the right of the U10 goaltender, Allison. She's been stellar so far today. Here, Pens will put 6 on the ice. No 6 will be Kumnik, Goldberg, Hassenkope, Avolia, Zachi, and Pegley. Face off won by Kumnik. Back to Pegley. He fires one from outside. Puck pops free. Gathered by Goldberg. He'll chip it in behind. Avolia to get it. Avolia wraps it around. Nobody home though. And it's out to center. Zachi under pressure. Loses control. And the U10s dump it back into the pen zone. It'll be Pegley getting there. He finds Kumnik. Kumnik turns out of trouble. Moves it up for Goldberg. Goldberg up ice. Carrying up the right. In on sides. Around one. He'll look. He'll fire. Blocker side. Rebound sits there. Tap just wide by Hassenkope. He'll chase it down in behind. Puck in the corner. It'll be Hassenkope. Cleared around, and is it going to get out? No, it's kept by Zachi. It's 5-on-4 now, 6-on-4 without the goalie. Pop free to Goldberg. His back door. There's Avolia. It's kept out and covered. Was it under the goalie or under a player? If it's under a player, it's a penalty shot. It must have been under Allison. 8:14 to play, 6-on-4.
Take a shot!
Kumnik the face-off. He wins it forward. Into the corner. Pens looking to center it. Tied up by the U10s, and that'll end the game. The U10s are victorious over your team, Nooch. Join us back here. I believe next weekend we have some games.